Closed captioning for The Next Bite is brought to you by Brable, innovating the outdoors with power lock nets.
Every year, tens of thousands of Americans travel to Canada in their quest for giant pike and big walleyes. My son Chase and I are no different. You're finding us here at Wollaston Lake Lodge in northern Saskatchewan, and we have a different type of quest in mind. We're going to fish plastics for these species, plastic tails and a new bait to see if we can catch some of the big pike. So come with us and get your next bite. Haven't seen him yet. All I saw was a take. I let him take it and I hammered him in a big old swirl and he just took off right at. Come on, hey.
Jason, I'm going to need you on the other side again for a second here. Okay. Oh, look out, we're going that way.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's a neat fish.
Man, she is fighting hard. Solid fish.
Yeah. You got her, huh? Awesome. Oh, that is a nice fish. Powerful, too. You know, water's a little warmer in this bay compared to some of the others. She's just a lot more active. Yeah. See you, Mama. We're on this Canadian fishing trip right now up to Wollaston. I mean, it's like the premier Canadian fishing trip. Everything is here, and predominantly northerns and walleyes and lake trout. So you're looking at the three species everyone goes after. And what we wanted to do here is give this new bait system a try. It's called a blade dancer. This blade dancer comes in various sizes. The sizes that we're using for big pike today are the 1/4 and the 3/8 inch size. I'm going to walk you through the system. The first thing that I want you to realize is the heart of this piece is the little metal device. It's a swimming type lure. And what we want to do, here I've got a couple of them rigged up. Here's a 1/4 ouncer right here with a 4-inch power shad tail. And this is a fabulous setup. It's real critical that you match the tail sizes to each size blade dancer. If you would go to a 5 or 6 inch tail on this blade dancer, it would overpower the metal part and it wouldn't swim properly. This is a 5-inch jerk shad on this other setup, which has been really hot for big fish. And you can see, look at the tooth marks. I mean, this thing is just, it looks like it's gone through a war. Essentially, the tail itself is very simple, but when you put this in the water, the tail and this whole thing comes alive like a real fish. Essentially, you rig this with a 12-inch leader, and here we've got the 3/8 ounce blade dancer with a 5-inch tail on the end of it. The most popular way that we found to use this is just to use a cast and a straight retrieve. Now there's other ways to do it, but with a straight retrieve, you literally will feel the dancer working back and forth, and it'll go thump, 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 thump. It gives you actually a regularity or a cadence that you can get used to. The other way that you can work this is basically with a lift and a drop method. Let it flutter down to the bottom. This dancer will kick off to the side, it'll flutter down, then you'll speed up the retrieve. So you can work it kind of like a jerk bait with muskies. It works very effectively that way. Probably the most popular thing today has been working at 1 to 1.5 feet beneath the water. It'll work fine just this way to do that. The neat thing is you literally have to have some patience and wait until you feel the weight of the fish on here, and then you can just nail them with a hook set. Did you see that? He just came out of nowhere. Did you see him come? This is a good fish.
That's a nice one, yeah.
Was that fun watching him come up? I mean, I couldn't have had 4 or 5 feet of line out. You better work, Chase. Come on. Your work's cut out for you, man.
You're catching
rocks. You better cast faster.
There's one.
You got one, too? Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, We're crossing here. Wait, do it.
What's going on here? Holy bro. You go back.
Okay. I never even saw yours. Go around the back. I'm gonna down underneath.
I'm out of the water.
How big is he? Oh, he's not all that big, Chase. Okay, this guy's getting pretty tired, I think.
Oh, yours ain't that big.
As long as I've got chips in, right? There we go. Oh.
There we go.
That's a good fish.
That's a beauty. Oh, that's a beauty. Nice fish.
I'll like little leeches on there.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Probably from the sand and mud on them.
Yeah, they're
They're in
harmless.
there.
Yeah. They don't get through the scales at all.
Right? Oh no.
She was ready to go.
Good deal. Did it come off?
Yeah. That just about ripped the rod right.
Uh-oh! That one means business.
Coming this way, that's all.
Got the right attitude. See him. See him. Oh yeah, he's a good one. I'm glad it's not 10 inches longer. I'd be hearing him. He'd be in my ear.
Let's take it to the back. For the Chipmeister.
Just the right.
The Chipmeister gets it.
Oh, and he nailed it too. Look, it's gone. It's in there.
Tell you what, these big fish, they just inhale this thing. Awesome.
Look at that, he T-boned it. Man, he just hit that thing right sideways.
Oh, you hit it hard too.
Well, he's got it in there about 6 different ways. There we go. You're getting down to not much left. There you go. Nice one. Well, there's 1 or 2 laying around in here. I gotta push you over towards that shoreline a little bit more, I think. Early season pike fishing, we're looking for basically 3 things. We're looking for the warmest water that we can find. We're looking for areas that are near spawning bays. And we're also, this area in particular is a good example because we also have a feeder stream coming in here, a lot of current. So we're having a lot of fish folding in this area, smaller fish and walleyes, and big fish just waiting to eat those guys.
Yeah, you brought us into this little bay here, and you know, basically we started working the shoreline, throwing those blade dancers for the big pike, and caught some pretty nice ones, and then decided to switch it over to walleyes. And on this side of the bay here, there's a little trough running to goes down to about 7 feet, and we just started, you know, pitching jigs to them. Caught quite a few of those, so
Those are nice walleyes, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great time in here.
Ooh, that's a good fish, Chase. You are the man.
Yes.
You are junior pro.
Junior pro now.
That's probably the one I missed.
That's a nice one.
And this is what I get.
A stick. Nice stick.
And I know,
Awesome.
there are those musky guys that would say walleyes fight like sticks.
That's a nice walleye right there. No better way to catch them than jigging either. It's about as fun as it gets.
Look at the color on those babies.
Yeah, they're cool. You get any tannic acid out.
Let's get them
They'll
back
be
in
a
the
lot
water
darker.
here.
Yeah.
Let's get them back in the water. There he goes.
You got one there, Chase?
Yep.
Good one.
Cool.
Chase Parsons.
I don't even...
Walleye king. I got the nice one here, bud.
Oh, is it better than mine though?
Yep. It is better than yours.
Is it?
Of course. Why are you asking such a silly question?
The hero shot.
I love you. I love you.
I'll tell you what. A lot of places in Canada you can catch little 15 inchers like bookends, but these are some quality fish up here, and you couple that with the fact that you can get those great big pike all in the same trip. I mean, if you like something big pulling on your string, you've got the pike. If you want to fish jigs and have fun with a lot of finesse stuff, you've got the walleyes. Really, really a neat combination. Let this guy go.
Well, all this action makes the guys a little hungry, and what trip to Canada would be complete without a little bit of shore lunch?
Smells good.
Walleye and brats with all the trimmings. Bite on. The real deal. Straight talk to make you a better fisherman. Brought to you by thenextbite.com. Real fishing information from real fishing experts.
We're seeing in the walleye world a swing to this gulp material. It's an awesome material. You can see obviously the colors can be very naturalistic. And this stuff is biodegradable. It's a water-soluble sort of material. And what that means is that it disperses scent like a natural minnow much, much more effectively. Tradition is hard to break. And when I see people using jigs with plastics or jigs with any sort of a tail, they're usually using that curly tail type and twister tail type tail. I would encourage you to start using straight tails. Keith Kavaius and I have done a lot of research. We've helped Berkeley build some of these products, and we've found out that straight tails by far outproduce almost anything else in the world of walleye. So pretty good tip for you. You know, these things are cheap. They'll last for multiple fish. It's a really good bait to take on your next trip to Canada.
Because of the lack of structure present in these warm water sand bottom bays, the biters decide to take advantage of the walleye's tendencies as a schooling fish. Gary and Chase have been searching for fish by trolling crankbaits in larger bays like this one. By setting waypoints on their GPS, they've now anchored their boat in a central location in the bay. Doing so stealthily allows our anglers to pitch their jigs in a fan casting frenzy to the specific directions where they know walleyes are holding.
This one's got some weight to it. Just touched the jig before. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. He just touched the jig and I pulled it out of his mouth. He came right back and whacked it. That's the neat thing about using this gulp product, is that if you miss the fish, they don't have it plucked off the jig. They usually have it on the jig. Oh, look at that fish. That is a nice fish. They usually have it on the jig yet, so if you stay fishing, they'll come back and bite it. Oh yeah, Chase. Yeah, buddy, you got your work cut out for you now. Oh, this is a good fish. Come on, baby. There she goes. Okay. You might notice that my line's pink. Kind of an odd color for a line, don't you think? Really though, this is Fireline. It's a brand new Fireline. The pink color allows me to see it so much easier when I'm jig fishing. I've been using it for the last couple days, and I'm telling you what, under all lighting conditions, this stuff is very, very visible. And for jig fishing, it's unbelievable. Oh, Chase, I got a good fish here. Just swam under the boat. See him. I don't know if it's a walleye or a pike. When he bit like a walleye. It's a walleye, Chase. Oh, that's a good fish. That is one of the biggest fish we've seen here. Holy moly. Look at this one, Chase. That's a good fish. Wow. Oh, there is a nice fish. This is a nice fish anywhere. Whew. Good one. That is a dandy. Holy man. Look at this one, Chase. Wow. Drop this one on the measure. A little, just at 24 inches, Chase. A good fish. I'll let him go quick. Guys, you get almost right under the boat. Feels like a good one.
I got one too.
You got one too?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. I mean, come in here and catch fish like this with jigs. Oh, look at this one,
How
Chase.
big's yours?
Oh, this is a nice fish.
Holy
Man, how's yours?
Mine's pretty nice too.
You got a good one? Wow. Look at that. The jigs. Wollaston says that they don't have trophy walleyes. I don't know. To me, being able to catch fish with jigs like this, that's as much of a trophy as you get. I don't care where you fish walleyes. To get jig fish of this size, you just don't find them. I mean, that is awesome. Beauties. It's fun.
Although Gary and Chase started out fishing customized blade dancer setups for northern pike, they have been enjoying great success, catching some trophy walleye since switching over to jigging.
The searching pattern works good.
However, in a premier fishery like Wollaston Lake, you never know what might decide to make your jig its next bite.
Big pike on jigs and
that's a nice fish.
go. No leader. Those are the best. Those are the biggest muskies I catch too.
Woo! Don't smile. Good job, buddy.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hot Topics. Leading edge techniques and tackle designed to put more fish in your boat. Brought to you by Johnsonville.
Here's the crawlers, Pete.
Okay.
This week's Johnsonville Brats Hot Topics are about fishing rods. We're going to cut to Keith Cavias on the water, and he's going to talk about components and materials that make the rods more effective.
So Gary, how many people are going on this trip?
Just you and I, we've got to have enough brats.
You're right. Bite on.
You know, your rod is really the lifeline to your lure. It tells you everything that's happening below the water. Tells you when you're on the bottom, tells you when a fish bites. So having a good sensitive rod, especially for techniques like jigging or rigging, is very, very important. You know, quite a few years ago, Gary and I were lucky enough to design a set of rods for Bass Pro called the Walleye Angler Signature Series. In the series, we have a bunch of different rods, each of them with a technique right on the side. So if you want to have a rigging rod, it's right on the side. A jigging rod, it's right on the side. Well, one nice thing that's happening with technology and rods is that there's a new technology out called Power Wall technology. And what that does is it actually makes this rod lighter and stronger, but yet doesn't change the action of it all. For walleye angling, a lot of times, especially in our spinning rods, what we want is a good strong backbone and then a nice fast tip on it. That gives us a lot of sensitivity. The good thing is that we don't lose any of that action by switching to this Power Wall technology. So the good thing is for walleye anglers is we get new technologies like Power Wall, our lifeline just gets stronger and stronger.
This hit the hook and almost killed the cameraman. Story of my life. I bring the kid along and I do all the work. I try to act cultured, but it just can't happen. In their quest for giant pike and big walleyes, we're no. Nice walleye.
It's a tight game. Good job.
Okay, we're headed home.
Wollaston Lake Lodge is known the world over for its premier location and 5-star services. For more information on the accommodations and guiding services they provide, call the number below or check them out on the web.